Hey, I'm Ron Drotos from KeyboardImprov.com, and welcome to day 30 of our 31-day Jazz Piano for Beginners Workout Challenge. And this whole series of jazz piano lessons has been designed to get you started in a way that's fun, that aims for fluency, that's about 70% jamming and 30% learning new things, or to supplement what you're learning on your own, which is reversing the usual thing where you're always practicing the hard stuff and you rarely actually just play. So all the jazz greats have gone through this process where, yeah, they might be transcribing or they might be doing something, working out voicings, but then they're playing a lot. That's the key. It'll help you learn jazz standards, it'll help you get jamming with other people, and it's the enjoyable part of the process. So congratulations for making it this far. And if you're just joining us today, welcome. You may want to go back to day one or just jump in here and jam with us. That's fine. Either way. So let's get started. So this is my timer, and I'm going to set it for 20 minutes as usual. And what we're doing is we've been investigating how to get started jamming. So you could just play one chord, you could play, whatever. The last couple of days we've been going through this. Today, let's say you're at a jam session, right? And you're not sure what to play, and you're with some friends. You could just do the one chord again, right? Okay, we're going to play D-7, and we're going to play the white notes and improvise on that, right? Let's say that you remembered, okay, in this 31-day Jazz Piano for Beginners workout challenge, I learned how to improvise on So What by Miles Davis. And you learn, the bass line, the chords to So What from the real book, and then you have the tools in your toolbox to improvise over it. You play the D-7 in your left hand for the A sections, D, F, A, C. And then you play the E flat minor 7th with your left hand for the bridge, the B section, E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. So it's going to be 8 measures of D minor, another 8 measures of D minor. Then for the bridge you go up a half step for 8 measures and then back down for the last A. And you know that for the white note, you can play the A section with the white notes, the B section with the black notes. So let's jam on it. All right, so you could either do this to So What or Impressions by John Coltrane, which is the same chords. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's say that I have a melody that I wrote, okay? Jam with Ron. I say, hey, I got this new tune. I'm going to call it Go For It, okay? And it's the same chords as So What, just like Coltrane did with Impressions. So you're going to play the chords, and you can play the same voicing in both hands, or if you just want to play one hand or the other for now, you're going to comp as I walk a bass line and play this melody called Go For It. And then it's going to be time for you to take a solo. And let's say you're going to take one time through the form, A, A, B, A, and then you're going to comp with both hands or one hand while I solo for one chorus. And then we're going to trade 8 measures. And then we're going to trade 4s, and I'll let you know. I'll say 8, and then I'll say 4. Can't go 8 on one hand, so I'll just say 8 and 4. And then when I'm going to play my melody again, this is the tried and true way to signal it. It means head or go back to the top kind of thing. And then you comp while I play the melody. So it's melody, my solo, melody, your solo, my solo, trading 8s, trading 4s, head, melody again, all right? So typical kind of jam session format on a tune. All right, here we go. So D-7, you're going to comp while I play my soon-to-be composed tune, Go For It. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bridge. forgot. Now we're going back to the melody. So here's the head. 1, 2, 3. So you're just going to comp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, go for it, right? That's a nice tune, so who knows? I'll probably forget it in 5 minutes. But yeah, so here's the thing. So if you're like me, the first time you ever did that in a jam session, maybe got lost. You know, when I got to college at the University of Connecticut, I joined the jazz ensemble, the big band with all the trumpets and saxes and everything. And I'd never been in a jazz band like that, where I had to read charts and follow along and, you know, whatever that entailed. And there was another pianist named Ed who had been in it the year before, and he kind of helped me out because I'd never been had to follow and read those charts. I just played in the rock band and with my friends and maybe a couple little musical theater things in high school. And so I got lost with the music in front of me. Every rehearsal, every tune, and in every concert, every tune. So every song I played that first year, every Wednesday night for the 3-hour rehearsal, I got lost in every song and in the performances for the first year. But you know, you listen, you kind of come back in, right? So here's the thing though, if you go to a jam session, like on Thursday night at some club, as I was talking about yesterday and the day before, and that's your one time to play, and you're not sure how it goes, you know, or even if you think you know and you get a little nervous, or you space out, or you mess up or something, you know, even if they're nice, you know, you might feel like, boy, that was my big chance, you know, like you shouldn't feel that way because it happens to everybody. But a safer environment is what I was talking about yesterday and the day before too, where you work with a friend, you know, or a colleague. You find someone in your town who's at the same level as you on saxophone or bass or whatever instrument or another keyboard, and you jam with them so that you can do this 20, 30 times over the course of a few months and get lost. And then you learn how to do it. You feel better about it, you know? So it's a process. And it's a journey, and don't make the stakes so high the first couple of times you play because there's no reason that they need to be, okay? But if you're ready, go for it. Go sit in at the club and have fun. Like I said though, if you, the other day, if you do that, go to an organized jam session, don't play the first couple of times. Just sort of listen and, you know, meet some people and get your confidence up and get acclimated, become comfortable going there, all right? So congratulations for doing that. Now, if you'd like, you could just rewind and do that 10 more times, or come back tomorrow, or whatever. All right, so let's move on. Let's say that you're jamming with a saxophonist, and let's see, he or she says, "What do you want to do next?" And you say, "You know what? I've been working in the key of G on the 1, 6, 2, 5, and I'm just kind of learning it. The G major 7th." The E minor 7th, the A minor 7th, and the D 7th. We did this a while back. Let's just review the chords. G major 7, which is G, B, D, F sharp. And then the 6, E minor 7, E, G, B, D. And then the 2. And by the way, one of the reasons why I'm not spending so much time on these chords is I'm going to write them out below. But I want you to, this is like a jam session where you just kind of pick it up, right? All right, A, C, E, G, 7, and D7. D dominant 7, D, F sharp, A, C. So you're saying, you know, I'm not sure I can play it at a medium tempo. So you say, let's play it as a ballad. And the sax player goes, oh, I love playing ballads. So here we go. We're going to do one measure each as a ballad. And I'm going to solo over as long as I'd like to. And then you can, okay? So for now, you can play the chords in either hand. And then when it's time for you to solo, you can play the chords in the left hand and solo in the G major scale with the right hand, or you can just solo with no chords, and I'll be the accompanist, okay? 1, 2, here we go. can jam like that, right? We can jam here, and you can jam with somebody that you know, or are you already know, or find somebody to jam with, right? That's the beauty of this. It doesn't have to be whole tunes. This will lead to the whole tunes, because these are chords. These chords are in many tunes. You know, the 2-5-1 is in Autumn Leaves, right? And then it goes. It starts in G, the one in the real book, and then it goes to E minor. But these chords are in Autumn Leaves. Okay, so what else do you know? Give you a hint. It has 12 bars in it. What did we spend 3 days on? The 12-bar blues. Repeat after me. C, F, C, C. Ready? C, F, C, C. Second phrase. F, F, C, C. F, F, C, C. Third phrase. D minor 7, G7, and then you can end on C, or to turn around C, A minor, D minor, G. All right? let's go for it. See if we remember the 12-bar blues. Starting on C, let's just play the chords with our right hand. C dominant 7th. 1, 2. You know what to do. C, F7, C7, F7. Back to C. Oh, I forgot A. A7. Here we go. Now D minor 7, G7, C, A7, D minor 7, G. Coming back to you? All right, let's give it a try. Why don't you play that in the left hand, since we've done this so much, and if this is a little new, just go back a few days to where it says, let's say that would be 20, today's 30, 29, 28, I think it's 25, 26, and 27 blues. You're going to play the blues scale on the right hand in C and chords on the left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A7, yes. D minor. Now, if you forget the chords or it's too much right now, you haven't practiced it enough, just play the C blues scale on the right hand. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going a little. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, so we can jam on things, right? And if any of that wasn't quite at jam session level for you yet, that's why you're here, because it's jazz piano for beginners, right? There's no expectations that you would necessarily have that. But now you know what to practice. So if you get So What under your belt, 12-bar blues in the key of C, and then some basic chord progressions, or even just know that I can play D minor 7 for 20 minutes and jam on the C scale, you're ready to jump in. So this is great. Mission accomplished, right? So tomorrow is our last of this beginning series, and if you like, you can just do all 31 again. You know, that's what some people did in the rock beginner series that I did, 31 days. They just started it again. It's probably what I would do as well. You know, so start thinking about making this the beginning of your journey, not, or at least this phase of your journey, not an ending. Not like, oh, I remember 20 years ago I did this month and it was great, but I haven't done anything like it since. Don't look back in 20 years and have this be, you know, the only time you did this. So just keep playing, make it part of your life, or continue to make it part of your life. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow.